and then it's just gonna, you know, do a thing. I'm gonna go run again. Or I could just make a very long recording and split it up into episodes. But you'll have no way of knowing. Arm, why? I was planning to use that. Gosh darn it. No. Please. I say no. No to this. What if I just... Can I... Maybe I can... Okay. I think that's cheating. I feel like that was not supposed to happen that way, so... That's my bad. But, let's just cross. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm gonna be talking a lot now. I should probably have water somewhere nearby. Oh, I'll get some water. Oh, how did you notice me? No, you didn't. You liar. What is that? It's a red crystal. I've seen orange crystals before, but that one was red. Don't know what that means. Also, I don't want to fight this thing. So I'm just gonna... No, no. I'm not. We're done. Yeah, we leave Fi alone. No. I'm just gonna move into the next area and hopefully it doesn't appear anymore. I need to check out what that red thing is. Feels important. There we go. Also, I have another thing that I don't really like. It's how you use certain abilities. Like each character has 2 abilities, or 3. Yeah, 3. Because there's a single hit of the B button, which just does one standard thing. And then there's a double press, which for Kaboo is dash. And then there's a... Oh, this heals my health, specifically. That's pretty decent. Still not gonna fight anything because it's spooky. And then there's these save ones. Okay. And then, was there gonna be like a yellow one that specifically heals TP? No, that healed my it just doesn't save. Blue and red doesn't make orange, though. It's a little bit of a weird, design choice, but... meh. I guess I'm gonna save again. For sure. Okay, story time. How did we get to this place? Well, these people are not gonna explain it. I'm gonna explain it, and I'm gonna talk over them. Well, I will read through some of these dialogues, but probably not out loud all the time. I could make up voices for them, but I might not feel like it. Also, the next... many videos are gonna probably be about Xenoblade. After I finish Bug Fables, it's mostly just gonna be Xenoblade, because Definitive Edition came Alright, well. See, what happened was I did a thing. I'm not sure what I did, but you might be hearing my voice getting a little bit louder and louder and louder. That's because something messed up and I am no longer receiving audio from a specific part of the thing. I'm just going to change it to what I had previously because it seems like that's how the audio is just going to be mixed. But one of my inputs just stopped working. That's probably because the mic, guess what, got unplugged somewhere in the middle. So I don't know how much voice didn't appear in this recording. But that's tomato because I'm not re-recording. I think the last time I stopped doing just videos, I think something similar happened where I had to re-record, and, well, I'm a lazy person. I didn't feel like re-recording, so I didn't. I was oh, no. I think that was the first time I stopped. The second time I stopped was I was doing Dark Souls, and I killed one of the NPCs, and I'm like, you know what? I don't really feel like playing this game anymore. I should play a different game. And then I played a different game, but I didn't record it. And that's kind of just where that ended up. So, yeah. Anyway. As I was saying, story time. I probably said a lot of things that this mic didn't catch. But like I said before, tomato, I'm not re-recording. Also don't know what I said. So, yes. We're doing this now. Story time. Let's start with the Chapter 1. Chapter 1 begins, and Kaboo just got to Bulgaria, the main place of the main place where the story takes place. And Kaboo's like, I want to be an explorer. I came from the north. I had such hardships to get here. And this guy called Maki, who is like the right there. This guy right next to. No, okay. The one speaking is Mothova, which is, well, just a not nice person, a stuck-up star, as I'd say. And then behind her to the right is the queen, the ant queen, and then the like best swordsman, best explorer of Bulgaria is to the left of the queen, named Maki. And Maki's like, you can't be an explorer, Kaboo. I don't care what kind of hardships you've been through. And then this bee Vi shows up also, and she's like, I want to be an explorer. And it's like, bees can't be an explorer, especially not one so short as you. Racism. And heightism. Either way, there is quite a bit of race. Oh no, I've been not moving the stick for too long. Probably because I was fixing the audio again. But whatever. Where was I at? Oh yeah. Edel, the explorer runner. Not exactly. He's just like one of the explorers, and he basically kind of runs the place. The Explorer Foundation. Edel was like, no, you can't be an explorer. And then Maki's like, yeah, I don't really trust you guys in, going to Snakemouth Den, which is the first dungeon of the game, because it's dangerous and you want to go get, like, a certain artifact, because the queen's like, hey, anyone who gets this artifact, big money, or something like that. Which Vi cares a lot about, but the other two don't really. And there's like a lot of like commentary on that, and it's really neat. Either way, back to story time. Vi and Kaboo fight Maki because Maki's like, okay, prove your worth to me, fight me. And then we fight him, and we lose because he's insanely tough. but you learn how to play the game at that point. And Monkey's like, okay, well, you earned your worth. You could probably hold up your own in Snake Mouth then. Or maybe the fight went out, like, you do, quote-unquote, beat him, but he's, like, barely affected because he's, like, this big macho man. Either way, you then you're like, you have the green light to go to Snake Mouth then to get the ancient artifact that most explorers are searching for, but the thing is, no one ever comes back from Snake Mouth Den. Cliche, I know, but that's how you start off the story. So you fight the first few enemies. They're really easy. They're just Goombas and Paragoombas, basically. They're called seedlings, though, and they're cute. Gotta say, seedlings are kind of cute. But you get to the Snake Mouth Den, which is surprisingly called Snake Mouth because the entrance looks like a snake's maw. It's pretty cleverly named, I gotta say. It's cool design. Either way, you get into Snake Mouth Den, you fight couple of new enemies, something in the form of like Koopa Troopas, basically. And then you get to the point where you find this big, large door, and you're like, oh, what's passed through this door? You solve the puzzle to try and open the door. The mushroom pops down, and you're like, well, that's not an opening of the door. You go get the mushroom, and then you fall into the pit because the floor underneath opens up. Another cliche. But it's still funny. I like it. It doesn't matter if people don't like it. I liked it. I might be too loud now. Nah, I think I'm just as loud as I was before. That's beside the point. You fall down, then that's the point where you meet Leaf, which I've mentioned or might have not mentioned because audio cut out at some point. I might have not mentioned. So, Leaf was there for like 100 years, but we don't know this until later. So, you find Leaf trapped in a spider's web, or rather, Sputter. It's spider, but spelled with a U, and I'm pretty sure you don't pronounce it as spider, but it's the spider, but its name is Spooter, because you spy it, and that's just what it says. Either way, Spooter's too big for you to fight, because it's the boss of the first area, and you just defeat it. So you meet Leaf, and Leaf is like, I don't remember anything that happened, and you get through a little bit of Snake Mouth Den as him following you, not actually being in the party, and then at some point you get quote-unquote attacked in a cutscene, and then Leaf protects you with ice magic, and Vi and Kabu were like, you have ice magic? And they're like, we don't know. They speak in, what is that, first plural? Because they're technically two entities. It's dead leaf and a fungus. You don't learn that until you finish Leaf's side quest, I'm pretty sure. But still, good to know. They speak in first plural. The royal we, I assume. Is that what it's called? I don't know. That's unimportant. Either way, I'm just going to be covering the first chapter right now because I've been talking for a while and I want to get to more of the game. So, Leaf protects you with ice magic, and then you're like, oh, ice magic, you should fight with us. And they're like, well, we were a scout, so wouldn't make sense for us to fight, but now since we do have ice magic, I guess we could fight. Yeah, sure. And then they do. So Leaf joins the party, and that's the three people you have. That's it. Yeah, there's no other partners, but they cover abilities very well in this game, so I'm not really mad about it. And like the character interaction between the three of these characters just gets better because they feel more put into the story at this point. Because with the partners, you get backstory for each one of them, but they don't really add more to the game as you go on, sadly. That's just a little bit of a downfall for Paper Mario. But Bug Fables does it differently, and it's like, yeah, sure, you don't get the amount of moves and movesets and strategies that you could do with that, or with multiple partners. And also in Thousand Year Door, all your partners had health, and you could just kind of body them. Either way, it does put an interesting spin on things. And like I said before, you solve more puzzles in St. Gotham, and then you get to the place where the artifact is hidden, and you're like, oh gosh, we did it! Wow, we got to the artifact, and you pick up the artifact. It's called the Ancient Mask, and that's you're like, oh, well, that was pretty not that bad. And then Spooter shows up, and you're like, oh, we're a 3-man team now. We can totally beat up the Spooter, and it's still a hard fight if you have hard mode on. Let me say, I died at least 3 times with hard mode on. I think it's definitely easier with normal mode on. But, yeah, just a different thing. Oh my gosh, I could go back to the beginning and get the new badges I get for beating stuff in hard mode. I should go do that. Well, I'll do that later, I guess, after I finish this part of the story. But yeah, you beat Spooter, you get to back to the Explorers Foundation, and they're like, oh, you did it! Huh. Also, who's this Mothman? We are not important. Okay, whatever. And then you get back, Monkey tells you, go to the Queen, and the Queen's like, ah yes, finally, one of the ancient artifacts, and she sounds really evil. And for the longest time, I thought the Queen was going to be the main villain, because she sounded really not caring for her people, only for the artifacts, and it happens like almost every chapter when you get like a new artifact piece. And then another spoiler for the 3rd and 4th chapter, you get 1/2 of one of the artifacts, and she's like, it's only 1/2? Oh my gosh, why? And she doesn't really care what happened to you. But yeah, at some point she does get better. But I thought she was going to be the main villain. I was kind of excited that I figured something out, but no, I was wrong. There wasn't really other twist for it. She just got a better character. But yeah, anyway, this is Mothra, and she sucks. She's stuck up, and I don't like her that much. Well, I appreciate her as a character, but I don't like her as a character. Like, it's like how I feel about Dolores Umbridge in Harry Potter. She is very well written, but I hate her because she's supposed to be hated. A little bit of nerd stuff for you. Anyway, she said something in the beginning, I don't remember what it was. Those deadliners aren't anything to mess with either. That was Zasp, the wasp, red wasp, who loves Mothra, and Mothra is like a celebrity, basically. And is that the refrigerator? Is that a refrigerator? I think that's a refrigerator. This game's amazing. Beautiful. Very good. Very good. Another thing I mentioned, I haven't mentioned yet, I don't think, is that the entire world of Bulgaria is in a backyard. There's a desert, which is just a sandbox, and it's amazing. Very good attention to detail. There's a lot of stuff that you've probably seen in this area. Pencils, CDs, whatever, what have you. It's very cool attention to detail. Everything's just massively scaled, and I really appreciate it. It's just a cool little thing. Anyway, pray we don't run to the menu. Behemoth. Handle power at such large scale. Yeah? It's a bit chilly near it. Reminds me of a Lost Sands castle. Well, whatever. It can be as tall as and cold as it wants. We're gonna climb it. I am very good at voice acting. I don't feel like doing voices though. Oh wait, I skipped through a thing. Oops. I don't remember how to go back. Oh well, what is it? Everyone, we've been surrounded. Have we? Oh, we have. eat. What the heck? When? We should fall back. There's no way out. They've completely pincered us. Everyone, there is no choice. We have to fight as one. Well spoken, my knight. I shall assist thee as well. Yeah. I don't want to fight these things. Not all three of them at once, anyway. Oh, Maki's at our side. That's really neat. I thought maybe the rest of them could also join me? Maki joins you for a part of the game earlier on, where you're going in, like, Chapter 4, I believe. Which I will get to at some other point in time. Not now. But yeah. Anyway, I don't have badges equipped for a boss fight. So I'm just gonna do a couple things that may or may not work. Well, I wanted to attack 2 with that, but I didn't. Ice Rain, I guess, could work relatively well, especially if someone gets frozen. That'd be nice. Well, I don't think they could be frozen, which sucks. Definitely sucks. Wow, I suck at aiming. Well, that was that. Can you please defeat it? Or, I don't like this. I also do not like how big. Oh, Kabu died. Well then, frigid coffin. Maybe. Wow. You're going to probably see me die here. Not at first. But definitely not fun, to say the least. Well, at least he's on our side, and he can do things. Hopefully. Oh, no, not again. Well, there goes that. I didn't want that to happen. Alright, oh, I can't switch. Man, that sucks. I can do more of this. Hand that over to him. Then I could do something like Understrike. Hopefully hit 2 enemies. Yes, good. And that kills one of them. That's good. That's great. Okay. He should kill that one. No? Should die now? No. What was that? Oh my gosh, no, Leaf's asleep. So is V. Bye. This is not fun. Dash through, I guess. I really hope you can hear button pressing. It sounds wonderful. Actually, I'm not doing too bad. Ugh. I say not too bad, but definitely bad. Alright, well, Leaf's just gonna go up first because he has the most health. Yeah, sure. And then hit. I might do this. Maybe. Big help is Maki. Maki is a big help. Best boy. 5. Okay, that's not too bad. I don't think these things can be frozen at all, which really sucks. Because, you know, I appreciate them being frozen, because freezing is kind of overpowered. Well, not really. When you freeze an enemy, they, 1, can't act their next turn, 2, you deal 1 more damage if they're still frozen when it comes back to your turn, and also, there was a third thing. Leaf just has that innate ability. It doesn't happen on his regular attacks, but every single one of his skills just does that. Which is, well, really good. I didn't expect V to do any damage, it's fine. Yeah, for some reason this stupid thing just has crazy defense. Please die. Almost dead, right? Hopefully. Yes. Good. I don't want this thing to live anymore. I thought I was gonna just die. Huh. Well, I didn't. That's good enough. Huh. That was close. That definitely was close, Sass. Stop. Who's speaking? I think that's Mothra that's speaking. Yeah, that was Mothra. It didn't point directly at the queen. Yeah, some of the text overlays are kind of weird. Also, I'm just bad at noticing what characters move when they speak. And then I say it later, and I'm like, wait, who said that? Yeah, that's the queen. You can't really tell when the queen's speaking because she's just a stupid mascot and it kind of moves, and they're always moving a little bit because they have idle animations. They all move up and down, but we never move up and down. I've never noticed that. The most the characters actually, the playable characters actually do is just blink. I don't think... Oh, no, Kabu did blink. Okay, cool. Kabu can blink. Also, all the beetles have only half of their face revealed. I don't know why that is. But yeah. Well... That was... I'm gonna save. I don't want to do that again. That was hard. Also... I might as well go back and do the thing.